Yo, what's up? I'm reviewing the Iron Lung film because I just watched it. I just went to the cinemas. I just came back. Now I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna give it a score, and I think I'm also gonna get a little thingy underneath. Yeah, let's do that. Bang. Here it is. I hope it's big enough. Big enough. Otherwise, I'm like bigger. So this is an Iron Lung. This is a 10. This is a 1. Or this is a 0. Okay. You can't make it a 0. All right. I would think, in my view, Iron Lung, with what I know in my head, because the progression of it, kind of like, I just saw videos and stuff, like when he went to Corridor because he wanted to learn more and stuff. So for that, for being independent, for having like a skeleton crew, I feel like it's like an 8 or 9. There's still things that need to be made better because it's a first film, can't have everything good. Like sometimes in my cinema specifically, projector wasn't black, like OLED black, whatever. So sometimes it was difficult for me to see his silhouette and like the blood and in such things. Like some scenes were really difficult to see him or like watch him because there's such low light. And then with the light around it, it like kind of blurred it a little bit for me. But for the rest, it was good. Like the positioning of the camera sometimes was great. The acting was alright. Some people feel like they saw Markiplier in it. Some people saw Simon in it. Saw both, but more of the Simon kinds. Sometimes audio mixing. Sometimes I couldn't hear him too well. I could hear him, but not well, like I would think or like it was. You know what I mean? But altogether, it was good. Altogether, I would recommend someone to go watch it without seeing anything, just watching it. I also had a friend with me that didn't know anything about Markiplier or the film at all. He gave it a 7 out of 10 because in the middle, like you have the start, and he was compelled in the start, but then it kind of fell out. It was a little bit too long of nothingness, I guess, and then it spiked again because the middle scene, if you know, you know. And then he didn't really know where he was, so it could be also on him, but that's a normal person. Doesn't know anything. So in his views, it was like a 7. I was like an 8. I would give it an 8 because I know him a lot, but the normal person I went with had like a 7 with him. So I'm gonna rate it an 8. Who else was in the movie? Troy Baker. I saw him. I heard him. That was good. Who the fuck is that? Not who is. I know him, but I never saw him in the film. I never saw him. So I don't know about that. Also, I thought that Valkyrie was in it because I think she said that, but I'm not sure. Maybe I saw it wrong or I heard it wrong, but I thought she said that she was in the movie. Title your review. Great watch. Oh my god. What the I don't know what just happened, but it's okay. Alright, great watch. No. I want to make it in my own words. Disturbing of blood. That's good, I think. I went. Well, was great. Went with a friend that did not know any of the movie, including Markiplier and his previous work. He said it was a 7 out of 10 with great start, okay, middle, and great end. I did a 8 out of 10 for the following. Right. Camera work is great. Lighting is complex and lighting is complex. Lighting is complex and interesting. Camera work was great because the different shots they could make. Because of the not difficult, because of the well, how would you say it, like a cool spot, because of the cool spots. Lighting was complex and interesting. I'm thinking I'm not gonna try and do spoilers in this because it's still the beginning, so I don't want to spoil it for anyone who sees this or whatever. Go watch it. It's good. Acting was good. Lighting was good. Camera was good. Um, mood was also going, but kind of both the suits and the environment were great. I like the environments. They look good, especially the uh, um that was great, design was great, acting was good. um the only things for me personally was sometimes the silhouettes weren't great, or like a little too distant. That could be because of me or because of my the projector they used. It was gray, it wasn't black. I feel like on an OLED screen it would be way better, because you have the contrast, way better contrast of seeing where he is, especially with the blood against him also being in blood. Like, it's difficult to see him when you have a projector that's putting out gray and also not really the best. I wish they upgraded it. I don't know why they don't. Um, um, let me do this. Let me sub. Oh my god, subgrize. Fuck me. Let me just do it. Positives. Positives. Let me think. Camera, lighting, acting, design. Those were all spectacular. And also great story. Oh my god, great story for being in such a, an enclosed space, and the only place. That was also good. I feel like they did a good, decent work run on that, and then also great of showing instead of saying. That was also good. They showed more than they told. That was also good. Sometimes they had to tell. Sometimes they had to tell because you can't make everything. You can't make everything and make people look at it and think, oh, that's what happened. Sometimes you need to be strict on, okay, this happened, I'm gonna say it. But they did a great job of splitting it in between the middle of saying why certain things happened, and also showing why certain things happened or certain things become. That was great. I have to next. Camera, lighting, acting, design. Story was okay. Uh, I would say good. Uh, good. I'm changing it to good only because there were some points where story could get mixed up because spoilers. If you know, you know. In the middle, it starts to get a little weird for some people. It could get weird for some people because things happen. I feel like something happens which makes it a little weird for some people that don't think as far as I do, which I'm not gonna say because I don't want to spoil anything. But that was a good story. I would say good. Could be worked upon, but that's just writing. That's reading books. That's deeping going deep into literature and and reading a lot of great books. Great showing instead of saying. I think that's it. Oh, negative. Now the negatives. Let me start with I sometimes could not the assignment due to um same color on the right. Sometimes I sometimes could not see Simon due but mixing with I don't know how else to tell it. I don't know. I would say the silhouettes because there were a few shots where I could not see where he was. He was definitely on the screen, but sometimes I couldn't see because there was just not a big enough of a contrast between the two, between him and between Blood, between where he is and where he. It's maybe because of the projector that was bad. I would have to watch it again on an OLED screen or something that's more contrasty, more detailed. But that's how I saw it. Could also be a little bit because I'm a little blind. I'm legally blind, you know. But it's something that could be worked on. The camera work was good. The camera work was great, especially with placing the camera and focusing on things. Sometimes the focus was a little hiccupy. Sometimes not a lot, like a few times. I would say. Like maybe a handful of the scenes they had. But it was just silhouettes with colors mixing and this degenerating of. No, bad. That's bad wording. It's just a silhouette contrast not being the best with the surrounding. I would have to say that silhouette wasn't that good. Sometimes, right? Let me just audio. Times still mixed, like when Simon talks. How do I? Um, Sometimes when Simon talks, it was difficult to hear him due to the environmental sounds. Honestly, that's pretty decent. Like audio mixing, different audio, different surround sounds. Could be different for people, other people. I was in, I think the closest I could be, I wasn't in the center of where like the point is of where the sound goes to in the cinema. I would say I was a little bit more of to the right and top, but still I couldn't really hear it. Luckily, there was some good captions, but altogether that could have been a little better. Music was also good, but I'm not gonna give it a score because I didn't hear much of it. It was more background, not really music, but just environmental sound. So I'm just not gonna put it in. Um, Second, silhouettes, audio, um, um, like the slow burning, but that's also what most people say. Slow in, which could be good or bad. Just put it in bad because of my friend who was looking at his watch in this burning fucking Jesus burn in time. I would say that. I was also watching my friend because I know I like it. I like the film. He also liked the film, but I saw him near the second part of it, I guess. Like watching more of his watch, and sometimes his phone. Like not on brightness, of course, but just on the low end. I could still see. So that's why I'm basing it on this, because it was a little too slow. I feel like a good slow burning could be good, but I feel this one was just a little too slow, which is a difficult thing to counteract. It's difficult to like, huh? And I feel like that's the reason why they also put the middle part in, because they knew it was a slow burn and they wanted to do something cool to get your excitement back up or spark up. I feel like that's a part of it. Could be wrong, but that's my initial thought of it. I found it good. I didn't look at my phone or anything. I was locked in. But by looking at that and my surroundings, it was a little bit like that. Slow burning, sometimes sound, silhouettes. This the CGI was also. I'm not gonna talk about the CGI. That was good. That was on par on what the film should have. That was good. I feel like that's it. Let me think, but I feel like that's it. Um, yeah. Let me just put this at the end. I hope all get a bigness for their great job. Or you can go watch it. Go watch it. Don't worry. Um, just get the standard tickets and you'll be good. There you go. That's my review. I went to the movies here in Belgium. It was great. I went with a friend that did not know any of the movie, including Markiplier and his previous work. Said it was a 7 out of 10 with a great start, okay middle, and great end. I gave it an 8 out of 10 for the following: positives, camera work because they get cool spots, lighting because screens that they use and all, like the lighting was pretty good for the little space that they had. It was greatly used. Uh, Great of the full light light source. I just put it like that. Lighting is complex and interesting. Great usage of the available light sources. Acting was good. Did not feel like Mark Simon. For the most part, I feel like that sometimes. Maybe one time when he screamed, it was a little like Markiplier, but I'm not gonna rob him from that because of that. There's other people like Chris Pratt, way higher tier acting people than him that also get that. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's in different things like No Mercy now, and you don't think about the new character. So I wouldn't take that away from him due to like one or two times where he screams or says something that's like typical Markiplier thing. Design design of the suits that he was wearing, the people, environment were great. Also, the other people were also great. I'm just gonna be doing this towards him because I know Troy Baker is a good actor and all. I didn't see Jacksepticeye. I don't know why he's in the thing. It might be because he was too covered up. I didn't see him. I did not recognize him. Also, I did not recognize Valkyrie anywhere. I thought at it, but it could be that it's not. I'm not sure about that one. Design of great environments, especially blood. Good blood work. It was gutty. It was like blood. Good story for being in a closed space. And the only space. It was really the only space. There was like a little glimpse of an outside place, but the rest it was like nothing. Silhouettes. Alright. Great of showing instead of saying. Stand on that. That was fact. silhouettes sometimes couldn't see Simon due to the mixing with blood or other things. So maybe that was a screen or something, but that could be worked on. The audio mixing could be worked on, and the slow burning was a little too hard for some people. I'm taking that one from my friend because I heard from him that the slow burning was a little too slow at the beginning. It started great, but then the slow burning started to kick in, you know. But you know, some people will call that good or some people will call that bad. I feel like most people will call that bad, including my friend, including me, if it's like a too slow burning. Sometimes people would just walk out of the cinema just because it's too slow of a burning. I know people, you know, so TLDR, you can go watch it, don't worry. Just get the standard tickets and you'll be good. Stand on that. And I hope they all get a big bonus for the great job because they did a great job. And I hope Mark further improves on his craft and we'll see where he goes with it. You know, 3 years in the working, that was a good job. Made like around 30 million, 28, 30 million somewhat. So if that's split 50-50 between the cinemas and between him, the cast, and the crew, that's fantastic, you know. Independent projects, independent projects deserve to be watched and deserve to be reviewed like this so they can improve the craft, become better, and stay on top because, you know, Disney and other things like that, they're great to watch and they're high production. Sometimes they just lose the plot. Like, especially, I feel like in my head, especially this one, great as showing instead of saying, like, why do you need to keep on saying things that are happening? I can see, I have eyes, I'm not dumb. Basic shit I can see and know, oh, this is this. You don't need to say it to me. Like, come on. You know? I'm not dumb. People are not dumb. They will see and they will know. If you want a film that's a little bit more in the head, like what's the name of it again? Psychologic horror, like the brain, then showing is way more important than saying because fuck with the people's mind. And that's what that stands for, you know? Good. Alright. Does this user review contain spoilers? No. Submit. Thanks for watching. That was my point of view on Mr. Iron Lung. Markiplier, I hope you have a great rest time. I hope you have a great time now making YouTube videos again, being passionate again about doing stuff because you have more time. And I hope you make new projects because it was good. For the first time in cinema specifically, it was good. I know Markiplier made other things like Markiplier in space, stealing the bank. That was a long time ago, so I forgot a little bit. Dating Markiplier, you know, all those choose your own adventure type of things. That was also cool. This is way different. I like it. It was great. Yeah, peace.